Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you an add-on for Blender that will simplify your routine for preparing a portfolio. It will help you create a report for potential buyers with minimal effort and time, or prepare an impressive presentation of your 3D models for marketplaces and 3D stock websites. The add-on is called Showcase. Let's explore its features. First, select your object, then create a turntable-style animation for it. Click the Add Camera Animation button, and a camera will appear around the model, which will rotate. You can adjust the rotation speed with the camera speed slider. Camera frames determines the duration of your animation, while camera height and camera distance allow you to adjust the camera's position along the Z and Y axes. To precisely center the model vertically, use Camera Shift. By the way, if you hold the Shift key, the changes will happen more smoothly. Once you have set up the camera, rotation speed, and animation duration, you can move on to the next step, Render Settings. With the Add Background button, you can add a solid color background, which will only be visible in the render view. And if you need to, you can always reset it to the default values by clicking Reset Background. To render your animation with a transparent background, enable the Transparent Background checkbox. Now the render will have transparency. Below, you can choose a folder to save your files. Next, set the render resolution by selecting one of the presets, Full HD, 2K, or 4K in either landscape or portrait orientation. Notice that the camera settings automatically adjust to the selected format. I'll choose Full HD. Next, you can select the image format, PNG or JPEG for an image sequence. But remember, JPEG does not support transparency. There's also an option to choose the MP4 video format, which is the most popular one today. First, I'll select PNG. Then I'll click Render Animation. Now we just have to wait while Blender renders the sequence in the background. Let's check out the result. The render is complete, and here we see a sequence of PNG images with a transparent background. You can compile this sequence into a video in Adobe After Effects, upload it to ArtStation, or other platforms for 3D artists. You can also edit these frames in Photoshop or any other software. Let's see what happens if we set a background color. Let's make it a bright yellow. I'll click Add Background and uncheck the Transparent Background box. This time, we'll animate the object itself, also called Turntable. I'll delete the previous camera animation by clicking the trash can icon and choose Add Object Animation. It's important that the object you want to animate is selected. I'll set the animation speed to 2, for example. Then I'll set the duration. After that, I'll adjust the camera using the sliders you're already familiar with. Once everything is set, choose the render resolution. In this case, I'd like to render an MP4 file, meaning I want to export the animation as a video. After making my selection, I'll click Render Animation as before. Again, Blender will be unavailable as it works in the background, rendering our object animation into an MP4 video. Let's go to the Output folder to see the result. Here's our finished file. Let's play it. Another useful feature for presenting your work is the ability to render a UV checker instantly. This allows you to show potential buyers or clients the quality of your UV layout for your portfolio or for clients. First, I'll delete the previous camera settings and object animation by selecting it and clicking the trash can. The object returns to its original position. Now I'll select the objects I want and click Apply UV Checker. Then I'll choose the camera angle I want to render from and click Render UV Checker. There's one. Let's get a side view. Click again. Now from the back, one more time. Let's go to the folder. As you can see, we got a quick render of our model with a UV checker, which clearly demonstrates the quality of your UV map for your portfolio or for clients. We have views from the front, side, and back. To remove the UV checker, simply select the object and click the trash can next to the Apply UV Checker button. The original material will be restored. If that doesn't happen, you can always select the object, go to the Material settings, and manually restore the previous material. And the final but no less important function is rendering your model's wireframe. When you click Render Wireframe, the model automatically switches to a solid view with the polygonal mesh overlaid. This allows you to show the poly count and the quality of your topology. I'll click Render Wireframe for the front view. Let's rotate the model and click again. Now from the back, rendering the wireframe. Let's go to the Output folder. As you can see, we got several renders of our wireframe with just one click. You no longer need long, tedious setups as this add-on does everything for you. It has an intuitive and compact interface with all the essential functions to streamline your workflow and speed up the preparation of your 3D models for presentations, portfolios, 3D stocks, or client reports. One more thing, if you hover your mouse over any parameter, you'll see a description of its function in both English and Russian. You can purchase this add-on via the links pinned in the comments below this video.